Hello, everyone. Welcome
Ahoy.
back to beginning of the end. I got rid of the game paused thing just in time.
Yippee!
As you're counting down, I was like, no!
I
Hit
mean,
the
not much,
space.
not much I can do with the start screen anyways.
um, yeah, so last time on beginning of the end, you guys dealt with the immediate repercussions of your meeting with Glint and what you discovered afterward. Wither and Thessia went to the Basilica of the End and heard from one of its attendant priests, a woman named Oranis, about the issue that has kind of paralyzed the underground and drawn the attention of the Domina beneath the earth. The reason that they sent one of their priests above ground to investigate the same area that you guys were looking into. And it's that the Domina suspects that Glint might be involved in, or at least connected to, the perpetrators of a theft even more diabolical than that of the reforged items. The theft of an ancient relic, one of the personal possessions of one of the progenitor's original 6 disciples, kept in a hidden vault for who knows how long at the Basilica, secreted away, under guard, and yet somehow stolen out from under them. And this has immediately become a matter of utmost importance to the Domina beneath the earth. Meanwhile, Orcris decided to waste no time going straight to Kiln and snitching the ever-loving fuck out of Glint onto him. And shortly after that, the next thing on y'all's agenda was a lovely little party being thrown by one Kishal Hadis to celebrate the successful completion of her children's tutelage, not just under Orcris, but under many scriveners and other learned men and women of the city. To which Orcris was naturally invited, and to which Thessia and the rest of her family were also invited as a sort of personal favor from Thessia's mother to the lady of the house, that, per Orcris's suggestion, she could come by and use her runic abilities to shape up some fitting graduation presents for the kids. And at the party, there was a last-minute fly in the ointment in the form of a potential plagiarism cheating scandal on the part of the daughter of the house, Far, that Orcris looked into, confirmed was almost certainly the case, and decided to kill the other teacher about it to make sure that this did not cause any sort of issue for their successful graduation. So that happened, and everything else just went as normal. I mean, we're all cool. We're all
Hooray!
fine. Thessia did a wonderful job making the presents for the kids. Wither got to spend some time with a couple different people, the son of the house, Near, among them, who seemed extremely preoccupied with worry that Wither was there to narc on them after having encountered them the other day. But in the end, everything seems to have gone smoothly up to a particular point. Thessia, the kids are pleased as punch with your gifts. Well, Far may or may not be pleased as punch. You weren't quite sure how to read her reaction to your gift / backhanded compliment. But certainly any potential intended insult on your part entirely flew over the heads of everyone else present. And so you've done well by yourself and your family here. The room cordially applauds you, and it seems like It seems like the stressful part is over. Now everyone can just enjoy themselves at their leisure and, slowly filter out and everything's going to be fine. And Orcris, I'm sure you no doubt recall we made a roll at the end of last session.
Mm-hmm.
A roll for successful body hide, at which you hit the exact target number with no room to spare.
Of course.
As you do. I mean, that's
Mhm.
that's pure Orcris, I tell you what. And yet, there's a slowly building clamor outside that's sort of tendril by tendril as it passes from person to person, begins to wend its way here to the heart of the estate. The excited chatter in the room here as people marvel at Thessia's lovely gifts and begin to simply resume the course of their socializations slowly starts to die down as more and more people begin looking over their shoulder and sort of curiously trying to hear or to see what's going on out there. And one by one, people sort of begin looking to one another and very slowly filtering away from this place. Initially, very slowly, and then with slightly greater and greater speed as some sense of ambiguous urgency starts to reach back into here. And the room starts to gradually empty out.
I make eye contact with Orcris.
Kishal
I
Hadis,
shrug.
busy fussing with her children, sort of like leans over and kind of looks past you, Thessia, and frowns a little as she sees people seemingly immediately losing interest in her kid's big day. And this man on the couch here kind of gets up. Curious?
Thessia trying to do damage control with a possible useful ally, turns to Kishal Hadis, and takes her hands. I believe there is some sort of commotion outside. Don't worry, I don't think this is a dine and dash.
She squints and stands up on her tippy toes. Well, it had better be a damned impressive commotion. Children, wait here. Well, technically now we're... Don't argue with me. You may be adults, but you're still my children. I want you to wait here. Mother will see what's up. Yes, Mother. Shifts on the couch like, all right. Arati also looking slightly concerned as to what might be interrupting. It looked like she had been kind of getting ready to try and recamp with Kishal Hadis to discuss something else, but her attention has immediately been wrenched away from her.
I think it would be wise if I went to investigate, yes?
Well, someone certainly should.
I'll take a look as well.
I lean into my mom. I'll make sure that Kishal comes back in. You can provide comfort, yes?
Yes, I'll do my best to make sure any guests who stay here remain entertained.
Nods. Looks over to Wither. Are you tagging along?
We do not think that we can do much just staying in here.
Fair assumption. Come along.
Didn't have enough time to hide the body, I guess. As to be expected.
Xenion kind of fading into the wall here, looking just past the pillar. What do you suppose it could be?
I mean, you've got a better idea than me. You're closer to the door.
from somewhere out in the courtyard. They're cutting through the sort of low murmurs. There's a sudden, "My God!"
All right, well, we'll see, I guess.
I turn to Xenion. Why don't you attend to Mother? I'll go see what this is all about.
For now, I suppose that's probably best. Yes. She won't want both of us to be out of her sight all of a sudden.
No. And she's getting used to me out of sight, so.
Enjoy.
I'll try. Squad.
So you may... Squad.
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 Okay, so you guys head a little further out into the courtyard of the estate, and as you head further out, you pretty much immediately run smack into crowds of people bunching up in places. And looking for my backdrop, here we go. Let's see, who are we deleting from existence? Probably you and...
Pick us, please.
No, sorry, not today. When will it be Wither's turn to cease? Alright. Going to bring you here. Yeah, you get out into the courtyard, and Orcris, you can immediately get a quick visual check out of your peripheral vision of the path leading to the sort of secluded side area with the fountain where you ambushed Hadrian earlier. And small blessings, that is not where the crowds are currently directing their attention. No, instead, it seems you can see people beginning to stack up. Thank you. You can see people beginning to stack up by the frontmost gate of the estate, in small groups chattering, but mostly heading all the way out to where the estate dips down to the winding staircase leading into the promenades of the crown, basically to the place where it overlooks the streets. And you can see people pointing. You can even see a few people in rather ignoble fashion going so far as to kind of like stand on tiptoes or even very slightly like jump up onto one layer of wall so that they can see over it to see what's going on. There's a lot of pointing. There's a bit of shouting and a bit of, oh my.
What is
Does
it?
the general populace seem to be like scared or in fear of any sort, or is it more like, wow?
It's closer to the latter. There's a great deal of surprise. No one is giving off the sense that they feel immediately in any sort of danger, or that they're in fear for themselves. Seems there's some sort of spectacle afoot down in the streets.
Shiny. Move towards
Okay.
shiny.
I will follow.
Yeah, I want to go check it out.
Very steady pace, not like abrupt or anything. Just like, whoa.
As you approach the gate of the estate, you can see Kishal Hadis moves up as well and puts doesn't say anything or make any noise, but puts a hand over her mouth quietly, and then quickly turns around and begins heading back into the house. And as you reach the gate yourselves and can see down into the sprawl of the city, you also begin to hear a sound echoing. The repeated rhythmic sound of metal and leather pressing down, stomping, weighted heavily on the stone of the streets. One after another after another. soldiers marching. A full-on military procession carving its way through the heart of the crown. A whole squad of soldiers decked out in resplendent armor. These are elite, well-paid retainers of the uppermost echelons of Skan. And they are moving with purpose in a way that looks like the march of a warpath. And blooming around them, sort of from the middle of them, a comet trail of color following after Kreatar, who seems to be part of the proceedings.
What direction are they headed?
They are headed south and down. They are headed on a path that looks like it will take them from the crown down deeper into the reaches of Skan. And at the heart of this host, just ahead of Kreatar, well, you recognize this woman. Etria, traveling with 2 attendants under extremely heavy guard.
Well, that's a bit concerning. Why do they need so much military...
Purpose.
They do. And with that much military power, it's equally concerning.
The kind of gaggle of people in front of you seems to be of 2 minds. Some are going back now and being like, well, that's not my problem, and just getting back to the party. But most are lingering. Most are quite intrigued at what could possibly be the motivation for such a procession. Even people who you might think their dignity would place them above rubbernecking are doing just that. The 2 representatives from the Runic College are both like kind of pointing to their side. A whole gaggle of artists that Kishal Hadis had invited for the party are kind of excitedly talking amongst one another. The man here turns around. I'm going to go get my tools. I'll join you all.
So where are they off to, though?
Downward, it seems.
What is down that requires force and protection?
It's not much unless, I don't know, maybe one of those worms got past something.
No.
Well, not much I can do about it now. I suppose we'll just have to ask around later.
Well, okay. But what if this could impact us?
We will approach.
And they begin walking.
No.
Do you think they found the tower?
Eyes widen. Gods, I hope not.
Whether you simply make your way, start heading out.
Yeah, heading out down towards the procession. Not assuming that the other 2 will follow. They can if they want, but...
I mean, I feel like a twice-born is going to be able to get more information than either of us. Because, like...
True.
Depending on who...
True.
I mean,
all Wither would have to do is ask.
Right.
Excuse me. Friends, let's away.
We're party guests.
This could be an opportunity. Yes, quite, Master Yuzita. Let's. I didn't get to make my
an
present.
opportunity. Wither's got it. But on the other hand...
Kind of cocks an eyebrow.
Nah,
Right.
Wither's fine. Wither's fine.
You seem like you want to, though.
No, I'll be okay.
Cross his arms. Are you sure?
I'll be fine. Kicks a rock.
If you don't use the
Complaining about
bathroom
it
now, I'm not
later.
turning the car around in 15 minutes.
I'll be all right. You know, Wither's got it.
You don't
Wither will
sound...
come back.
All right.
We
So-
are going to get trapped underground again. Haha.
Got it.
Incidentally, while I have you here and while everyone is distracted, I'd like you to come with me for a moment.
All right. Thessia, because my family is out here now. Thessia, like, kind of turns to them. I'm gonna go figure out what is going on.
They look between themselves, and Arati looks over to Kishal Hadis, who appears to be sternly admonishing her kids not to just go wandering down in the city to see what all is happening.
Hey, they're adults now. They can do what they want.
It's true. That's why she's struggling. Yeah. Arati looks a bit conflicted. She looks to you, looks to Kishal Hadis.
We shouldn't be gone long.
The timing...
It's not ideal. It never is.
No, but we have no control over this circumstance.
If anything, I've already made the gifts, and that seems to have gone over well.
Yes, you did marvelous work.
As a member of the college and seeing that Krayatar is in the procession, you must understand why I am curious as to what is happening.
Of course. Xenion!
Oh?
Mother? Where do you think you're going? To have a look. She looks to you, Thessia. Keep them out of trouble, won't you?
Nods.
Kishal Hadis, please, let's go back inside. Things are awfully strenuous out here. And you're going with Orcris first, Thessia, is that right?
Yeah, I look over to Xenion and then turn back to Orcris. I'm like, are they able to follow, or is this something you would prefer just me?
Just you.
Okay.
Just you.
Thessia turns over to Xenion. I'm going to follow Orcris real fast. If anything, it might be better if we split off for just a moment. We should regroup. Looks over at Orcris.
Let's regroup over by where we saw the procession.
Nods. All right. I'll see you in a bit. Be safe. Don't get too nosy.
I'll do my best.
I didn't say you couldn't be nosy, just not too nosy.
I know, and I said I would do my best, not that I would manage it.
Okay, well, fair enough. I follow after Orcris.
Xenion scampers up the side of the wall and falls down the other side.
While I ensure nobody's looking, we kind of head over to the Audi
The
Bay.
body zone.
Now, I realize I've asked a lot of you recently, Thessia, and rest assured, if there's anything I can do to be of service in kind, you need only let me know. But I'm afraid I'm about to ask you for one more quick little favor.
I feel like we're more or less back and forth in favors, so certainly.
Splendid. I'm glad you see it that way. I'm about to be indebted to you.
Useful, I suppose.
I need you to hide this. I uncover the bush.
It's been a while. Let me get a little icon change if I can find the one I need.
Thessia, Orcris moves aside the shrubbery, and immediately a trickle of blood begins to just barely ooze over the side across the shiny white marble, and you can see someone you might have seen him very briefly at the start of the party, a sort of middle-aged man, red robes, golden glimmering hair, and with a enormous crack in the stone of his face from which blood is oozing, lifeless eyes just wrapped up inside of the shrub.
What happened here?
He tripped.
Squints.
After he made an unfortunate discovery.
Well, we don't exactly have a lot of time, do we?
No, that's why I'm glad that's why I'm glad everybody's distracted.
I would like a deeper explanation later, though. Let me see what I can figure out with this.
Of course.
Okay, so he is in a bush with dirt, and there's also just like marble all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah, you can imagine that the backdrop you're on is roughly representative of the type of architecture here. A lot of marble and gold, some kind of polished sandstone in among it. So it's bright hues that unfortunately contrast quite effectively with blood. And yes, dirt, purple shrubbery into which his body is mostly hidden without the shrubs parted. But yeah, his blood is soaking into the dirt and into the plants here as well. And a little bit has spilled over onto the stonework.
Okay. I guess the... Okay, I'm trying to think of how I want to hide a body efficiently here. I guess I could...
You could use the ground to grind him up.
Yeah, that was my immediate
those
thought.
flowers are going to be so good next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we will use Thale to obviously pull him under the dirt, and then I will have the... I guess we could hide him under the stone if we really wanted. Yeah, so how far down is the dirt before we get to, like, the marble and stone of this place?
I mean, you've got at least a good, like, foot, because it has to sustain shrubs,
Right.
so it has to be... There has to be enough volume for a root system, but they're not full-on trees, and so it'd be a little bit of a tight fit to pack all of the body under here without uprooting the shrubs. That being said, as you're considering your approach here, can you go ahead and roll to die for me? Mainly because this is a situation for Thessia, and I'm curious where your mental is at, rather than just how do you want to try and make this happen. You have your friend here wants you to hide someone who, let's be real, he probably killed, even if he hasn't said it explicitly. But does Thessia believe? Does she put that together? And if so, like, yeah, I'm just curious. What is your actual reaction to this?
Well, yellow and blue are tied. I think I'm gonna go blue, because Thessia is like, there is the emotional, like, shock, obviously, but her brain also hardwires to be like, well, I need to act now, because if we don't do something about this and they find us with this body as a military procession is happening, it's going to be bad. Also, there is the thing in the back of her mind of like, Orcus owing me does sound useful. I've
presented to you a puzzle.
Yeah.
Solve it, please.
Cool. So what she can do is she can move using Thale the dirt aside and then open up the marble, or like slide it out to kind of make a small opening. And what she'll do is have the body get as squished in there as possible, and I'll have the marble kind of go back over, and then I will redistribute, because, you know, now the marble's been risen a bit, have the dirt be spread more evenly amongst this patch here. And because we don't need to worry too much about how he feels about it, we are essentially going to origami this body using Thale and just like compact it as much as possible. I'm talking like you see the junkyards where you make the big cube of steel.
Here are your messages. You have 30 minutes to move your car. You have 10 minutes to move your car. Your car has been impounded. Your car has been crushed into a cube. You have 30 minutes to move your cube.
Yep, exactly. So I'm gonna obviously make my little rune of fail. So I'm gonna also throw another D6 on that. Oh, that's right, I can just click on that. Watcha. Boy, I was hoping that would be a little higher.
Okay, so you got an 18 there. Nothing, there is no forces opposing you doing any of this with your runes, so everything you just said is gonna happen. But there's something I want to test.
Oh my god.
You did it.
I did it. I think.
Yeah, so, Thessia, you begin shaping the marble into, frankly, a series of crude bludgeoning instruments and battering this unfortunate body down into the smallest volume you can manage. Stone and flesh crunching together and intermingling with dirt. And you slowly rise the marble of the bed surrounding it to disguise the dirt piling higher and higher as you cover it up. The bushes kind of rustle as the dirt gets moved around underneath them, but you manage to avoid truly displacing them. And when all's done, well, visually, someone might notice that the dirt is a slightly different shade here. And possibly someone might notice eventually that this particular bed is at an irregular height compared to the rest of them. But other than that, well, it should be fine at least until smell starts to become a factor.
Even
But
while
even
trapped
then,
under marble?
Yeah. Oh, you're entombing marble on top of it as well?
The plan is to, like, essentially move marble to make a cube space for the body, compact it in as best as possible, because I can't just displace all the marble, have it raised a little bit, and then displace what remaining dirt would be displaced from the elevated marble outwards further.
Okay. I missed
we are
that.
fully entombing this guy so that there is nothing of this. Yeah.
Then, yeah. The dirt still gets full of blood because you have to break the body down into a small space underneath of it. But yeah, no, okay. At the end of it, the remains are entirely encased in marble. And after a series of operations with a lot of, like, looking over shoulder during this, the evidence seems to have been cleanly disposed of.
I do wonder how many of these cubes exist in all of Scon.
I don't know how much I want to think about that.
Such an old city. And shaping has been around for so long. It can't be the first.
One can hope. Or hope not. Well, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about any of that. In any case,
you have my gratitude.
Yeah.
A middle-aged one wanders into the courtyard, thankfully after the deed is done. Oh, Thessia, you're back here.
Someone looking for me?
Yeah, well, no, not as such. But I was I figured I should let you know. I'm going to head out to the college. I don't know what all is going on, but since it appears that Master Poliarchaios of the College of Incandescence is a part of whatever this affair is, I figured it could be of some concern to our High Shaper. So I'm going to go make sure that she's aware.
Certainly.
Bum.
No. There's not much to be done about that. I'll just draw more attention to myself if I try to interfere with that.
Well, I'm sure she'll be aware of it soon enough, regardless.
You see her walk back into the crowd and then start making her way down the steps, followed shortly by Nagoni of the College of Symmetry, who seems, who kind of looks around, looking vaguely amused by this whole affair.
Okay.
Well, I believe we have a sibling to catch up with.
Yes. We also need to find Wither, see what they're up to. And we need to figure out where they're going and what we need to do about it.
Indeed. Should we split up? I could head down to the tower. I'm not sure what I would do once I was there if faced with an army. But
Yeah. I feel like our best approach is to remain together, because while I would be able to hear what you're up to, I wouldn't be able to message you as to what's happening.
True enough. Very well.
We will head back to Wither and Xenion, see what they're up to.
All right. Now, Wither, as the rest of that was occurring, you made your way down the steps into the city and up to the side of the street where the procession is currently traveling. Let me make sure this is all loaded. Yeah, we can zoom out a little. We'll start with this. So you arrive down in the crown, and you can see that, well, bad example, this one icon is facing the fountain. So, oh, look at this water! Holy fuck!
Whoa.
But by and large, the residents of the crown, much like those at the party, are pretty intently watching and even beginning to follow along with this procession. As it goes, it's slowly accreting a crowd of onlookers wandering beside it and in its wake, eager to see what this is all about. Here, let me get some music.
What do Wither do? Oh, you're
Of course I was muted. That's okay. I just noticed. I will mingle. I will accrete myself amongst the masses like a little breeze blowing between people's clothing folds. Just slowly make my way down. See if I can hear any whispers on the wind of what might be actually happening.
Ooh, okay. Well, you're a pretty good wind whisperer.
We have been known as such.
People have said this about us. Why don't you go ahead and start with a roll to die here and let me know your mental state and your approach here.
I think right now what's happening is Wither is not energized themselves, but they are magnetized to this nexus of energy. This sudden shift in the lull of the evening. Even though they were at a party, this is a very different type of vibe, and they can tell that there is a lance of purpose coming straight down this freeway here, and they want to know what direction it's going. So that's a roll to die, you said?
Yeah. Start with a roll to die and see what you want to leverage out of this, and
I think
what's your
blue. Arity's been helping me out, I say, girl.
Okay. Yeah, you appraise this procession, both visually and in what you can sort of infer of its purpose. The combination of Etria and Kreatar is perhaps a slightly interesting one. You've interacted with both these individuals a little bit, but you haven't seen them in the same place before. at the tribunal, but not together there. And it certainly seems as though they're marching with one purpose, because Kreatar is wielding the power of his rune to further visually embellish what would already be a very impressive sight. The colors that are whirling around him are kind of glinting off the shiny metal plates of all the armor here, making this whole thing feel like a multicolored spearhead traveling on a trajectory to strike something. And they are for sure moving with purpose. Every soldier is marching in lockstep. You haven't seen military action before. You've seen guards doing duties personally here and there. You've seen them at the tribunal hall. That's the closest to this. But this is not passively ensuring stability and security. No, this is taking action. As for where they're headed, with what purpose, the few random onlookers seem to be asking these same questions and kind of whispering. One or two shout, sort of hail the procession as it's going. And it seems for the moment as though their attempts to hail it or try and strike up conversations with individual soldiers at the fringes of it to see if they'll tell anyone what's going on. It seems as though the procession is quite pointedly ignoring them and letting its visual presence speak for itself. Let's see. I'll tell you what. You're not in black, so you're not in your prime attribute reading color, but I can, I should go ahead. I can go ahead and lock in the appropriate colors for these people so that you, Oz, can have some sense of what the mood is here. And I can do that not from the context menu because poor Aram broke that shit.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's gonna be this and this. Red for Etria and Orang for Kreotar.
Orang for a 10.
And you can tell, in a mundane sense, they are marching toward the main largest gate that connects the crown to the stairs down to the next lowest tier. So they are presumably exiting the district to go elsewhere in the city.
Okay. I will make my way slowly down these stairs as the procession comes along, and I will do something interesting.
A backflip.
Wow, check this out.
I'm just trying to think what object.
The 1, 2, 3 Mario 64 jump.
Yeah, woohoo!
Yeah, wahoo.
Yeah, but that backflip though.
Check this out.
Alucard, please don't cause a trouble while I'm trying to do something.
I'm trying to
Pay
do something
attention
cool.
to me. Wither will reach into their pocket and pull out a seemingly, at first you would think it's a seemingly normal pebble. However, this is the one trace object that still contains the light that Kreatar, blessed them with back at the meeting of the colleges.
Yeah.
And they will stand here on the edge of the stairs as they pass, holding it out in their hands in a please sir, can I have some more kind of pose? But in a way such that it kind of shows that, hey, I'm gonna start walking with you. Not saying anything, just standing as if they are part of the whole, what's the word? The show, I guess.
The procession.
The procession.
The parade.
Okay. Are you trying to get the attention of anyone in the procession, or are you trying to just kind of fall in with them unobtrusively?
I will try and fall in with them unobtrusively and then turn, hopefully get some of Kreatar's attention by being shiny.
Okay. Oh shit, I thought I selected everyone, but these two got left behind. No, they broke ranks, executed on the spot.
I need to make room for new soldiers. You there, points at Will.
You there, you there.
You look strong.
Crispy piece of paper, get in here. You're promoted. Okay, let's see, you're holding out the little pebble, the Cocoa Pebby, and trying to just absorb yourself in here. As you come up here to the edge of the street, and the procession is passing by, you see Etria pass first, ahead of Kreatar, and as you kind of hover at the edge of the steps and extend a hand here, the first soldier that passes directly by you immediately whips around to face you and puts a hand on the rather enormous spear that's attached to their back, not drawing it, but seemingly immediately wary of you this close to Etria, and then seems to relax their grip a little when they take in what you look like exactly. And sort of pauses here momentarily, the soldier behind him stopping and taking a look, but then kind of prodding him in the back, and the man taking a second to decide and then returning his eyes facing forward and continuing to march. As the procession continues, you have your chance here. The section of which Kreatar is a part starts to pass by you. And Kreatar seems a little less laser mission focused than most of the people here. He's marching in time with his hands together behind his back, doing the pose that I do IRL and Jello makes fun of me for.
Does he not have his cane today?
He has his cane stowed. It's basically threaded into his belt at his side. He has it with him, but at the moment, it appears he is attempting to walk without its aid. And you can see this is the source of some difficulty for him, but he is mostly managing it. That seems to be occupying most of his concentration, and he is otherwise just sort of looking around, gauging the reactions of the citizens of the crowd to the whole thing as he goes. If you want, you're in blue. You can give me a roll to do if you want to try and see, like, what his deal is in all of this. How does he feel about what's going on?
I think he's probably just supposed to be like a show of force, maybe. That's a pretty good roll. Well,
yeah. He is strenuously exuding noble bearing and purpose here. And indeed supplying this light show for the entire procession. But he seems, his teeth are gritted ever so slightly in concentration from walking without the cane, and he doesn't seem entirely happy he doesn't seem very gung-ho about this. This looks like something he is doing, maybe not quite begrudgingly, but, like, this is not for him. He is here, he is clocked into work right now. And as they continue to pass, he turns and he does spot you on the steps. And he holds up a clawed finger, and the four ruby-colored guards around him halt ranks, with this last section of the procession coming to a short halt behind him as these continue onward for a moment. And oh no, guys, don't get run over! Ah!
Get out of the way!
Wasted.
He he takes one large step over to you, leaning heavily on his good leg, and then stands before you, having noticed the small glowing rock in your hands, and kind of sizes you up. Ah, it's you again. What do you wish of me? You have hailed me down, I take it?
Indeed. We wish once again for answers. We wish to know the purpose of such a gathering, and if we can be of similar radiance.
Ah. Well, you're speaking to the right man, but unfortunately you're speaking at a time when time is sharply limited. If you wish answers, then come with me.
Waits for him to shimmy.
Shimmy, shimmy,
The
shimmy.
guards just sort of flawlessly reformat to accommodate space for you, and he manages to slip back in before the procession leaves you behind, yeah, you just get absorbed into this.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Okay, so we will ask Xenion what's happening.
Let's see. Yeah, let me real quick.
You never know. I might be able to break off at some point.
Let me grab some.
He's gonna hang on to you
icons.
like that one Tom and Jerry, like bulldog with the kitten.
Here, get into my little pocket.
Huh?
Purse dog.
That's too evil. Okay, there we go. Let's go back to this for now. Yeah, let me just grab some icons and get them all set up. Da-ba-da-ba-da. The districts. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba. Oh shit! Fuck! Shit's going down. Do 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 do. All right. Banish all of you to hell.
Yep, hey.
Woo!
See
Finally!
you in hell. From heaven.
Yeah, yeah. See you in hell, children. From heaven.
From heaven.
Guilty Gear fights open like.
All right. A short time later, Thessia and Orcris, after a hard day's body hiding, you.
Whew, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Whoa! Oh, good time was had by all. I'm pooped. Yes, I should be. Good lord, what is happening in there?
Puts you in the cube.
Yeah.
You should.
I think it's so funny that
Someone
like
needs to.
Thessia's
You
like
can-
always radiating.
Yeah, I put a little permanent green light on you. Yeah, by the time you arrive here, you can see the procession wending away further down the street, and an increasing crowd of people just kind of trailing after it, accumulating as it goes. There's no sign of Wither, The people who are left over are now talking among themselves, and you can see Xenion perched here like a cautious bird of prey. Their feet are just barely balanced on the edge of the fountain here. They've got one hand on the side of this statue, and they're squatted down here in the smallest space possible, just staring after it as it goes.
I'm just envisioning when they drop down, their ears flap to give them a safer landing. Like a crowbat.
Ah, sister.
Sibling, what have you learned?
Well, the procession is centered around the same magistrate who held you to trial,
Makes
and
sense.
Creator of Palaiokaios. His guards are present, as are hers. Hers in greater numbers. And they've been joined by your other friend, Wither.
If I didn't know any better, I'd say they were on their way to arrest you again.
Well, they missed, thankfully.
They've passed the estate. No, they're leaving the crown. I'm certain of that.
Oh, I think I figured it out.
And what have you deduced?
Etria was among them, yes?
Nods.
Yes.
I wonder if this has something to do with the attack on the tribunal hall. Perhaps they made a breakthrough. I look at the camera.
Well, if that, and we don't see that, and Xenion and I look at one another at the exact frame that you do that, and then we look back into normal.
The audio I imagine for that Orcris, dead silence as Orcris has his normal pog, and then just 1 second of.
My concern is if they are going to one of the lower levels, are they going to be aggressive to the general populace?
With that many people, it would be hard to prevent. There is a beast in every man, and battle stirs their blood.
I mean, kind of like trying to be mindful of the civilians that are like right next to us. Thessie, I'll move a little closer and try to be quieter. I mean, if they happen to have figured out where Glint is and do arrest him, do you think that could come back on us?
No, probably not. And it would, it might not be the worst thing in the world if that were to happen. We could use it. People get hurt, their figurehead gets put out of the way. They need a new figurehead.
Kind of crosses her arms. I suppose so. Though I don't think you would fit the bill anymore.
No, not me. Of course not me.
Like pauses, then points herself. Me?
Yes!
I haven't much to give them.
But they know that Etria has wronged you in the past, just as she is about to wrong them. You are noble. You have that bearing, and you have created things that, up until recently, would have defied belief. All you need to do is offer them a hand, and you have 4.
She thinks back to that statue with the 4 hands. Yes, I suppose I do. All the same, I am concerned that they may be aggressive towards the civilians.
All the better.
It-
If they are.
Like, turns like...
We don't want them to get... We don't want them to be permanently hurt, of course. But... people carry grudges for a long time when the people who do them wrong are in a position of power. Those grudges die hard.
It could still be useful for me to be present, at least, to assist some of the civilians.
I agree. If you are seen helping them, that already puts you in a position to... Hello.
Hello. I think it's a good idea. You told me not long ago that you wanted more chances to help the unfortunate souls of those parts of Skan. That you could give them shelter, put them to work. This might be the opportunity.
Cups her chin. Then we should proceed. Quickly.
I agree.
What can I do?
Outstanding question. Kind of like
What?
claps her 4 hands together and thinks, what do I have
Can
Xenion do?
you
I guess,
Take this gun!
like, the simplest thing we can have Xenion do is just, like, go back to the tower and just, like, make like, simple preparations for the possibility of if we do need to bring people there. I'm not sure how much they can do because they're not a shaper and everything's made of rock. So, but because I don't think I want them in the thick of it because they have no combat skills
I'm
whatsoever.
like, what do you do?
They're a nerd. We put them in a
You
chair in
haven't
a
seen my
library.
sick kung fu skills.
I mean, maybe they do.
Cha-cha-cha. Ah! Nunchuck in the forehead.
Yeah. I think Vessia turns back. I know it's not the most ideal position, but I think having you at the tower may be getting ready for the possibility of more people being brought over for safety.
Refugees.
Yes.
I can manage that.
Much appreciated, sibling.
Then, good luck to you. I'll see you soon.
If you do need anything, remember we have the rune we can speak through, or at least I can hear you.
They think for a moment. Yes.
And grandfather
Need
can
to
listen in as
remember
well,
those.
which is not ideal, but
Wow. I suppose it's a chance we'll have to take if it comes to it.
nods.
Besides, maybe there's some way he can help us.
This is true.
That is possible.
I'm uncertain what he would want to do or anything of this sort. And I should be so clear. I've made absolutely certain I have none of those runes on us. While we're like kind of talking a little bit of smack.
That's what you think.
So,
I stitched it into your clothes.
God damn it.
He does exist. They do exist. Very well. Well, do as you think is best.
Stay safe.
I need. Of course.
Ooh, wait. Should one of us go check on Mom?
Yeah,
I would be happy. No.
They skid to a halt here. Surely Mother of all people can take care of herself at a party full of just rich people who want to talk to her. She might find it tiresome, but she's not going to be in any trouble.
It's true. Then we should just proceed.
All right. And they take off with great speed down the stairs, kind of bounding down them 2 at a time, and then quickly make their way along the side of the road.
Do you know a fast way down?
Of course.
Then lead on.
Gives you stolen breath, makes you dig a tunnel.
Yeah.
Whoop, dart in your neck.
This is what Ephesia like. Also, this doesn't count as my favor. Just find us the faster way.
Yeah.
No, of course not. I would never. Fucking.
I would never fucking
Jots
screw
off.
with a loophole.
Jots off some stuff on a fucking.
Damn, she's good.
Damn.
Next time. Okay. Well. So you guys are where are you beelining to then? If you're trying to make your way down as fast as possible, what is your destination?
Probably the place where we encountered Glint.
Yeah. Just to, like, make sure the citizens are okay, and at least give them a
heads up.
A heads up. I think I'm also, like, it doesn't need to be a full scene or anything, but I think Thessia's going to be like, listen, they are coming here. I don't think it makes sense to set up for combat or anything of the sort. That's just not going to go well for you.
Or for us, for that matter.
Anyone, really. Just be cooperative. You don't have to like it.
Just follow me.
Just
hide your valuables.
Yeah.
Hide your children.
Yeah, just to the best of your ability, just play ball. And Thessia is gonna, like, you know, for if there are like, you know, any families or kids that are scared, she'll, like, assist them in finding a place that they can at least, you know, be out of sight, out of mind, because her hope is that if there are enough people just, like, out and about willing to, like, converse, they won't go, like, breaking into homes and, like, causing a deeper stir. Basically, she just wants this to be a quick get 'em for the police to get Glint and to be as little damage as possible to the general populace.
Okay. So are you going to go to the Foundation and then just, like, start talking to as many people as you can find along the way? Or are you going straight for, like, the ruined estate that Glint was holed up in before, specifically? You can get there faster if you're just going straight there, but it's different if you're trying to pass on that message and do that set of things for all of the people who might be along the path to there, if that's where you're worried they're headed.
Yeah, I think if we did do the path where, like, you know, the Foundation and whatnot, I feel like we'd tell a handful of people, I'm like, you got to spread this. I can't stay here. I got to go get the information further.
And we would be moving faster than an entire procession of people.
Oh, easily you'll get there before them.
Yeah.
It's just how much extra time you're gonna burn heading to your final destination.
Yeah.
The hit horror thriller action movie.
Oh.
Not hashtag not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Hashtag could be sponsored.
Could be sponsored.
Please
I don't
God,
know.
no.
I don't know what company owns that.
Probably
It's fine. There's only like 3 to pick from.
Fucking Paramount. There you go.
Probably. I don't know. It's as likely as anything. Okay. So, in that case, let's see. First, You fan out. You're able to quickly shortcut ahead of the procession, and pretty quickly the rhythmic march of those footsteps is behind you rather than in front of you, and you race down through the city from marble and gold down to amber and finally dirt as you make your way toward the foundation. And there's no sign as you enter that anyone has any idea of what might be coming for them. So you're going to quickly try and get the word spreading on its own as you go. Is that correct?
Yeah, I feel like that's probably our best course of action. Just because I don't think we're going to be able to, like, sit around and, guide everyone. And besides, I feel like if you tell a handful, at least one will go investigate or hear the procession coming and be like, oh shit, they're right, and be more willing.
Yeah. Okay.
Throw out the occasional, I can't believe Glint would allow this to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. Thessia's not going to be doing that because her focus is just making sure people are okay.
Hannibal Buress meme. Why would Glint do this? Okay. Let's see. So the two of you make your way and try and get the word spreading, and you're not going to really have any trouble accomplishing that as you go. But I am curious to see what impression you're going to leave on people, since one of your goals out of this has to do with the impression you're going to have in a lasting way.
Don't worry.
I should probably roll the die and be yellow, huh? Because I'm trying to, like, be...
Let's see. Well, you just got done scheming.
Yeah.
So I think for now, you can drop swing if you... Oh, okay. Oh, that's
me.
Yeah. Yeah, you can roll to die, I guess. Okay, you're gonna go with that. I think Thessia... Yeah.
I mean...
So you can keep the blue, you can swap to yellow, it's a lower die. It might be more appropriate. Either will affect the approach you need to take.
Yeah. I will... Even though
Just swap to yellow.
Yeah, even though this is a scheme, and it is lower, there is the true intention of, like, I don't want these people to get bullied for this.
Yeah. Okay.
So here I go.
Yeah,
oh my god! Real roll!
Number!
A die roll? Holy fuck. Yeah, so you begin, you find small groups of children playing in the street, and the children and the elderly are the ones most likely to not be working in the middle of the day, so those are most of the people who are just passively sitting around. Yeah, why don't you, I mean, you've said what you're conveying to these people. When you see people looking at you with curiosity and perhaps a little apprehension, in your case, Thessia, because they're not used to seeing someone of the status they infer you have from your appearance here, and in Orcris's case, because you have a less than savory reputation here now.
I would separate myself as much as possible from Thessia. I do not want to be. I realize that my presence with Thessia would hamper our mission, and so I will keep myself obscured enough. I will also be running around trying to warn people at the same time. I know that they have no reason to listen to me, but who knows? Maybe one person down the road will be able to vouch for my good character, at least in this moment.
Yeah. Thessia, in your case, as you first encounter people on the street, they're sort of, in the middle of, kids are playing, old people are sitting in the shade, chatting, drinking water, and as you walk down the street, there's a very palpable, like, conversation dies off, and everyone looks at you with curiosity and a little bit of apprehension. How do you break the ice and win them over?
I think Thessia, like, when she approaches, she's actually going to bow and just, be as respectful as possible and be like, I apologize for the interruption, but I need to make it abundantly clear. Etria and her military force are coming down here for an investigation, trying to track down the individuals who were involved with the tribunal attack just a week ago. I encourage you to be as
out of the way
as possible, especially for children and the elderly. I don't know what level of force they are going to show, but I am concerned that they want to demonstrate power, and that could be very harmful to you.
The kids look like they don't quite understand, and some of them look to the adults that are around, who exchange their own glances hearing your words, and finally they sort of seem to reach an unspoken consensus. They turn, they nod to you. One whispers a quick "thank you," and scoops up one of the kids. And quickly walks away down the street, and you see the people who were sort of sprawled out into the streets slowly begin to fade away deeper into shadows, into alleys, back indoors. You see curtains being drawn over the entrances to houses. So it appears indeed your message is received and in the spirit in which it was intended.
I think then once that is taken care of, Thessia is going to just run down the road, partly because it's the most efficient path, but also
the British are coming! The British
literally
are coming!
trying to make a bit of a show of, like, I am a messenger, I'm trying to, like, warn the people.
The people.
The people.
The people.
Les gens. And Orcris, you've pretty much summarized the tack that you're taking. You've got a slightly harder time of things, but you can go ahead and give me a roll to do.
I will. Oh, blah blah blah. I'm looking for my dice roll. Here we go.
Oh!
Look at that.
Oh my
All
god,
right, well,
we're doing a good
I don't
job.
even need this, but
Oh,
yeah, Orcris, the first, for the most part, people are deliberately averting their gaze from you or walking away from you and just generally not interested in hearing whatever you've got to say, or just actually actively running away from you. They've seen you get physical with people before. But finally, you happen upon some youths who seem to not already know of you by reputation, and to think that your weird quasi-mystic vagabond look is pretty cool and pretty hip with the kids.
Yeah.
And so when you
want to buy some drugs?
Do you wanna?
But like...
No. I'm going to just basically tell them to spread the word, and also, hopefully maybe some word gets to Glen.
Yeah. Okay, well that mostly solves your problem because they scatter in various directions and begin a hollerin', and because they don't know who you are, no one has any reason to distrust the source of the information.
Good.
Hooray!
Clever. Good.
Let's see. I will take that into account, and I think we'll go ahead. We'll stick with you for one more thing before we cut back to the procession, since you guys definitely got here well ahead of it. Let's go here. At eventually, the two of you are able to regroup, and you reach what is more or less your, for the moment, final destination. Again, Paramount. The check is in the mail.
I can't believe they sent us $5,000 for that.
God, that'd be nice.
Well, actually, I just said the check is in the mail, so I think that's me
Oh.
paying them
Oh.
Oh, damn.
for the
Aaron-
unauthorized usage of the name of their IP.
What have you done?
Yeah, as you here, let me change up the music. We've been on this for a little bit. How about which one's this again? That's too evil.
It's Evil Campaign. What are you talking about?
I mean, it's Evil Campaign, but you know, I've got to. Yeah, this one works. I've got to, you know, if everything's equally evil all the time, then it's just
well, then yes.
campaign. Yeah,
Thanks for
eventually.
letting us play in campaign, Aram.
Yeah, I love campaign myself. I was a big fan of Session and Adventure. Yeah, so eventually you guys regroup here at the ruined estate where you met Glint just days earlier. And it seems like you did such an effective job of putting out word that already you can sense the heightened level of anticipation here. It's not clear exactly how many layers of telephone it's gone through and, like, therefore how specifically people here know, but, like, they know something because everyone is kind of staying near where they can shelter, keeping an eye out. The elder man here by the edge of this tent is watching this whole approach here through the ruins of the estate, and you can see there are people up on roofs and people making their way up to them to try and extend their view as if this was like a fortress anticipating a siege.
Good.
Yeah, I guess Thessia will scoot up and just be like, maybe you've heard, oh, my manners. She does a polite bow and stands straight again.
We've heard something either way.
Yes.
Trouble.
Yeah, I don't know to what extent they plan to use force, but I wanted to make sure that you all at least had some forewarning. I think the best course of action would be I don't expect you to roll over for them because that's not fair to you, but I do think it would be wise to at least be agreeable. I don't know how much of this they're going to do as a show of force to demonstrate the power of the higher rings of our city, but I want you to be safe.
Oh, it's you.
That sounded nice.
The woman Kefali comes down the way toward you. This is Javelin lady.
Yeah.
She kind of nervously playing with the bracelet on her arm. We appreciate the warning, although I'm not sure how much we can do if they're really headed here with intent to take scalps.
That's why my suggestion is, again, to just be agreeable. I don't expect you to roll over. I don't think that's fair to any of you, but I just don't want this to become a bloodbath.
They just want one scalp.
What are you doing over here, Orcris? Are you just waiting, or are you doing?
I'm remaining unseen here. In fact, I probably split up with Thessia before she even got to this point.
This close.
I definitely do not want to be seen with Thessia over here.
Right.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Thessia's Kefali kind of leads you a little deeper into here. She seems about as troubled as you would expect, and leans against the wall here. I just don't understand why now. What happened? They've never been. We've never upset the powers that be to any kind of significant way with just some low-level scavenging. looting, I suppose they could call it, but you've seen how we live. We don't go out of our way to cause trouble.
She nods, crosses one pair of arms and puts the other pair on her hips. I'm wondering if this is because they had no leads before regarding who attacked on the higher levels. They want to demonstrate that they are not weak and they will not be pushed around. I know it's stupid and barbaric, but it wouldn't surprise me.
They had no idea before. Are you saying you think they might now? Idea of who's... For what crime?
She kind of tilts her head. Oh, I guess maybe news doesn't get down here. There was an attack on, the tribunal.
No, I know of it. They... Oh. I see. I see. She kind of sinks into the wall a little, puts a hand over her mouth. That would explain... I was foolish for not realizing it before.
Did something else happen?
In spite of the words that were exchanged here the other day, I wanted to believe that that companion of yours was trying some sort of bluff, some sort of deception. He came at Glint so aggressively. I thought he was just... I see I don't know as much as I thought I did.
I think right now, the main thing we need to do is make sure that the citizens are at least in a safer position. I am optimistic that as long as there isn't much pushback or threats, they'll take what they need and they will leave.
It's what they need that worries me.
I know.
Worries all of us. But there's nothing more for us to do until we know what their intentions really are. You can see Glint comes out of the building here. He's got his cloak fastened up over his silver hand again. Looks around. I don't believe for a second that the timing is a coincidence. But I don't think you're the one to blame. Oh. The knucklebones are cast. If you want to do some good around here, then I won't get in your way.
She
Need to go ahead.
She just has a polite bow.
I need to get my affairs in order. That expression seems to trigger some degree of worry from Kefali. I will go and assist with getting people put away safely.
It was so funny.
Yes, Oz?
Oh, Orcris.
Where the fuck is he?
Oh, just...
Oh. Small and evil.
In canon, I probably can't even hear that, but... Enough.
Cease.
Kneel. All right. So I think that pretty much covers what you guys are doing in this time frame.
I don't know if it's
Go ahead.
feasible to do. I don't know how I could convince either of these people, either Glint or I'm so sorry, you said her name. It's Kefila?
Kefali.
Kefali, damn it. Okay. Kefali, I would love to give them at least one of my little coins. Actually, no, I don't want to give Glint my coin. Thinking about that now. No, I don't want Glint to have my coin. Give Kefali one of my coins that has the very small Gly mark on it. So if she does go talk to Glint, I can, like, listen in.
Yeah, I think per the way you two have interacted up to this point, she's not going to be like, ew, suspicious, stinky, I throw it in the toilet. So yeah, I think you can do that without any sort of roll or anything.
I think what I'll offer is just like, if things do go bad here, I may have shelter for people. If you're interested, no pressure, just an option.
The tower of yours.
Nods.
I'll bear it in mind.
Bows, and then immediately departs to go check on other people to, like, help them. I think Thessia is also willing. I don't think this is a great idea, but if someone wanted to, like, have a wall put up to hide people, like, she's happy to try it.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun idea. Yeah. We can leave that slightly ambiguous for
Right.
now and see how as it develops, whether that's something that would be useful.
Right.
Okay, let's see. I think
I'm going back home.
I'm sorry?
I'm going back home.
Oh, okay.
I've done everything that I can do here.
I'm done.
Oh, all right. I mean, I guess that makes sense. You only have to push the first domino over. After that, you get to watch.
Yep.
Whee!
Whee!
I've pushed 2 dominoes in opposing directions. And so I want to see my show.
My show is
Alright.
on.
I earned it.
Just sitting on a rock with your little, like, chameleon legs or whatever the hell they were, tails.
No, I've got
Scorpion tail and then goat legs.
Yeah.
Okay, let me real quick put you there, and we're gonna put that, and you are this color, and you are this color. Okay. So Wither,
Mm-hmm.
you seamlessly fold into the procession, and as it departs the crown, it starts taking the shortest path as deep further down as it can above ground. So its destination quickly becomes apparent to you, even aside from being told anything else. As you head out of the crown, you pass through tunnels for a bit, and Kreatar manages, against all odds, to quieten himself, knowing that he has a tendency to echo in these kinds of spaces. So for a moment, you two walk beside each other in silence, surrounded by his guards and swathed in color. And then as soon as the tunnel opens up again, he begins to speak to you quietly for him.
Like how people talk loudly when they want to sound smart. Correct.
Correct! Oh, well, I
It's
think your mic is scrumbling.
Is it?
Oh, okay. Well, the perfect timing, honestly, since you have a second.
Oh,
I will.
Yeah, it's...
I'll see what I can do. Hang on.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be okay with the recording. But hey, we had a technical difficulty last time that meant we had to split the recording, and it won't be the end of the world. So if you end up having to, like, let us know if you're like, I have to restart my computer, there's no other way, and it won't be the end of the world. But we'll just continue for now, as long as we sound fine to you.
Mm.
And Kreatar walks closer beside you.
Hang
Yes?
on. Will says I have to fully unplug my audio interface for a moment, so I'll lose
okay.
audio while I fix it.
Then he says nothing.
Is this better?
Yeah, you're
We're
good.
fine now.
Cool. All right, we're good.
Okay, phew. And you're hearing us fine, and we're still showing up fine on the record. Okay.
OBS seems to be playing nice, so yippee.
Okay,
Yay.
awesome. Kreatar sort of slowly, as you continue moving forward, he drifts closer to you, gives you that the Fast and Furious 2 Scani drift, and my God, this man is massive. You've interacted with him before, facing him, but now you're standing side by side, and it's oh so clear the extent to which he could like pick you up and Animal Crossing pocket you into his cloak and like disappear you entirely if he felt so inclined. So he almost cranes his neck down because it's the only way he can speak to you out of the side of his mouth. His ruby eye hovers alongside yours, glinting with the swirl of colors around you.
So, you wish to know what this affair is all about, yes?
Indeed, it seems to be very sudden.
He gestures ahead of him.
This one here, our beloved magistrate Etria. She believes she has ascertained the identity of the individual who assaulted the tribunal hall, who murdered her guards and threatened the life of her scrivener.
Oh,
She goes now to seize this individual and bring them to a swift and likely merciless end.
His eye kind of flares a bit.
what is this individual called?
She has not seen fit to grace one so lowly as I with such information.
Oh boy.
His eye. He can't
That's not
literally
good.
roll his eye, but the pupil rolls a little inside the ruby.
And what, pray tell, is your role in such a... We do not know. Why does she need you?
She tells me that I have a debt to pay on behalf of my college. And I fear she may be right. The guards who were killed at the tribunal hall bore all the signs of having been slain by the rune of incandescence. Cooked alive inside their suits of armor, I'm told. A horrifying way to go.
What
So-
sort of punishment would normally be given to one of your college?
The same punishment, I'm sure, that would await any other Scani if they committed the same crimes. Perhaps an even worse one. There are those who consider the runes a gift to mortal kind from Gaia. Misuse of that gift to so grievously take the lives of other Scani. A greater sin, perhaps, with the rune of incandescence than with a simple rock to the skull or a spear through the heart. Whoever this individual may be, rest assured they will not receive the same leniency as my good colleague Thessia of Betalis. No. I am sure judgment has already been rendered and needs only to be carried out.
This is a very serious matter. We have been given a different task for Etria, and do not believe we are wanted here by her in this manner.
Surely, whether you are wanted or not is immaterial. No one would dare bar your way. But I suppose if you wish not to be here, I imagine I could help you discreetly exit the proceedings.
Do you wish to be here?
I do not have the same choice that you have. My presence here is recompense, the first, I'm sure, of what will be much to be paid by the College of Incandescence for allowing one of its members or former members to misuse their power so heinously. You must understand, what one igniter does reflects on us all. What one shaper does reflects on them all. This is the difficult position we find ourselves in, those who are so blessed with such power. There is always a price to be paid. Expectations that must be lived up to. I'm sure you, being as you are, have felt the same from time to time.
No.
Well, fuck me then, I suppose.
We understand the gravitas of your... what is the word? Position, mayhaps. But are we wrong in assuming you are not High Igniter? Have we been lied to?
He clears his throat and seems to consider how to respond to this question, and then turns to you again with a grin.
Not yet. In the way that a child is not yet an adult, but inevitably will one day be. The House of Palaiokaios will accept no less, and I intend to deliver. Though our mutual friend, Thessia, seems to have opened the door to greater possibilities still. Perhaps one day I will be not merely High Igniter. High Rune Touch, perhaps. That would be something.
If Etria is to allow it. We do not know what it is to fear, but we cannot imagine it will be a pleasant outcome if you are seen to fail today, or to be unnecessary in some regard. We have noticed that she is quick to discover the faults of others.
No, indeed, it would be most unfortunate. Hence,
He waves a casual hand toward the aurora that's draped around the entire procession.
the light of Gaia with us as always.
Hmm. We will leave.
Very well. I suggest you continue to move forward. Fade off to the side on my signal. If you wish to depart largely unnoticed, unremarked upon.
Very
You,
well.
you continue along for a moment, and the procession passes through another tunnel as you move down another stratum and emerge underneath the previous one, outdoors technically, but with a ceiling over your heads that stretches for many hundreds of feet still. And in that relative darkness, the aurora surrounding Kreatar flickers for a moment and then grows and whips around, throwing light everywhere except on you. You, instead, in this moment, the light seems to almost drip off of you, rather than reflecting and illuminating you in the eyes of others. You become momentarily a sort of pocket of dark beside the others here, invisible momentarily for all extents and purposes, with at least with everyone facing forward and with the wild wreath of colors whipping around you.
I will slink off into the background a little bit, thinking about the layers of assumed justice that are going on here. Instead of heading down to the Foundation where assumedly Glint and the people who are probably about to get slaughtered are, I will go to a place I probably should have gone a long, long time ago. I will find my way to Agdaki's workshop.
Ooh. Okay.
If that is something you were prepared for this evening.
Let's see. I think that can be made to work, yes. Here, let me just get one other map out of my bucket.
Dear Liza.
There's a hole in my bucket, dear Liza. Oh, there's a gap in my receptacle, dear Elizabeth. A gaping vent.
Elizabetha.
Elizabeta. Lizzie.
Her name is different every time.
But still
Still a variant of Eliza.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me explode some people who are no longer here. Okay. Yeah, we can go ahead and... This works as well as anything. Go ahead and put you... We'll put you here. And grab something else. Yeah. Okay. Stick you here. And make sure I have that. Okay, yeah. Let's see. We're gonna go. Do I have a good mood for this? A big mood. Let's preload this. Set the view position. Find a song. Whether after splitting off, you see the procession continuing down the way through this district of Scon known as the Works. where a lot of the city's manufactories and production of goods, a lot of that takes place chiefly here with the huge amounts of raw materials hauled up from the deep, clay and ores, just good old-fashioned rock to be formed into statues, pottery, tools. This is where most of the city's workshops are, and this is, you've been told, the location of a pottery workshop that is operated by not a noble, but a member of the Dexterica class, the skilled laborers. A man named Volusian, a very reclusive, some say strange man, of whom Agdaki is said to be sort of his chief worker, his number two, who helps with the day-to-day running of the place. And if your information is correct, it should be this compound over here.
Okay.
You can see there's the same sort of like is trickling through this district now as the procession has just made its way through. But unlike in the Crown, where the nobles largely had nothing better to do other than just start tagging along, here most people are getting back to work after the momentary excitement because they can't really afford to do otherwise.
Hmm.
And what is your goal here?
I'm robbing
My
them.
goal. Give me that. My goal is to find Agdaki and figure out what her involvement is with Glint, and to maybe tell her that he's about to get axed. We'll see. But she's been an important figure that's been bouncing around the outer edge of the spiral in Wither's brain since very, very early on. And we're finally being pulled in.
Now you enter the yard of this potter's, and there are large pallets of raw clay being transported around. You can hear wheels at work in some of these buildings, and artisans walking about. This man walks past you with a not yet fired tablet, looking at markings on it and comparing it to some of what he sees here on the ground. Puts out a finger, counts. 5, 6, 7, 8. Moves a few sacks aside. 9, 10, 11. Very good, very good. He tucks the tablet under one arm and gives you a quick bow. May I assist you, Twiceborn?
We are seeking Agdaki.
I see. Popular today.
Who else has asked for this person?
One of our other workers was out wasting time. He shoots side eyes over to this exit. About all of the he waves a general hand in the direction of the street where you know the procession just passed through. And wanted to share all the grisly details. I imagine they'll be finished discussing. He doesn't even finish speaking when the doors to this building here open, and a very imposing of stature woman emerges. And from the sounds of stone smacking against stone, it sounds like she probably has something closer to hooves than to feet. and a very large, sort of dull blue cloak that encompasses pretty much her entire upper body. She peers down at both of you. Excuse me, I need to be going. Oh, in the middle of... Per Master Volution's request. Alright, what should I do? Just finish counting. It doesn't matter. I'll be back before the end of the day. As you wish. She steps to the side, looks down at you. Have we met before?
We have.
The Twice-Born from the Foundation. I see. What brings you here?
I believe you will acquire. No. Require. That is it. Our assistance. As we require yours. Make your way in your direction, and we will follow.
How fast can you move?
As fast as you need us.
You say that now. She does begin clomp stomp tromping at what the minimum speed you could describe this as is a power walk. She's basically walking as fast as you can walk without flat out running.
Mm-hmm.
Is Wither indeed able to keep up when they put their mind to it?
Yes, and even if they're not, internally...
Servitor, follow her.
Yeah, if you're close to matching her pace, then yeah, she'd probably be willing to slow down very slightly to accommodate you. So I'll take your word for. I don't see any reason to make you roll for power walking.
I've had to keep up with Peregrine sometimes.
That's true. That's true. If you fail, you get one of those little splints in your side that doesn't like hurt except when you're running, but it's like ooh ah ee.
Ooh. Where I come from, we call that a stitch.
Ting tang walla walla bing bang. Here, let me put you guys here real quick. This is, man, more walk and talks than the West Wing today. We're going for it. Sick West Wing reference, Tom.
The chief of staff said something about this.
Yeah,
Shin Gojira.
A senator said a thing.
Yeah, she strides ahead of you, and indeed it appears she is headed in the same direction as the procession, and she seems pretty determined to get out in front of it. As you start making your the fuck vowel was that? As you start merking your down through the works, and you come almost to the edge of the tier here. She passes the stairs that the procession went down, and instead makes her way for just the wall that's at the edge of this tier, and turns back to you at a certain point. Keeping up, I see. Good. For this part, she just scoops you up and makes her way over to the wall, and then she sort of makes her way along the ground, and then takes a leap upwards, and you hear of stone digging into stone as she appears to kick one of her feet into the stone wall, and you can see her feet kind of they have spiked tips at one point, almost like they're built for climbing, and so she pretty much just begins leaping up the wall. And at a certain point, as she starts to get near the top, the crenellation at the top forms a kind of overhang that's going to block your direct vertical ascent. And from underneath her cloak, an enormous lizard-like tail suddenly whips out, wraps around the edge, and flips you both entirely up around onto the top of it.
Whoa, dude.
Oh.
You are what you eat.
With me so far?
Yes,
Good.
we are not as used to flips, but the rest is normal.
She picks you up again after setting you down momentarily, steps to the edge of the wall here, and basically just jumps over it. And then quickly rams the one of her heels into the side of the wall and begins basically running horizontally downward, just barely stalling her momentum a step at a time as she goes, letting gravity do most of the work. And seconds later, you have scaled down the entire side of that tier, and you are now at the next tier below, approaching the foundation.
Damn. When you gotta walk to work every day.
We should have some time. She sets you down and resumes walking normally.
Very well.
So, you say you can help me. What help do you presume I need?
We know you have some connection to Glint.
How do you know that name?
We have met him.
Her eyes narrow for a moment. I see. Under
He is
friendly circumstances, I hope.
Neutral.
Well, that's practically friendly with him.
Indeed. It seems you are aware of his predicament, or possible lack of future.
She kind of whips around and stares at you for a moment when you say that.
One does not
We-
move with such haste. If it is not such a case, we believe.
We'll see what his future holds. And you say you can help me?
Possibly.
Explain.
We know things. We know of ways to keep things safe and secret. If certain criteria, yes. If certain criteria are met.
Speak
is no
plainly.
guarantee.
I don't have the patience for riddles under the best of circumstances, which these are not.
If Glint is to die, we may be able to keep his thoughts with us.
Glint is not to die just yet. Not on my watch.
What is he to you?
Friend of my father's.
Hmm.
She stops for a minute and leans against a wall. And you've spoken to him. How? Why? He's not a very forthcoming person. I can't imagine you're the sort of person he'd have any reason to seek out, so you must have sought him out. Why?
We have been given the task by the magistrate. However,
Holds up a hand like, wait.
to investigate your business. We met him in order to find you.
Her eyes flare.
We do not do this for the magistrate, however. We merely do this to know.
She stops moving forward and turns back and kind of rounds on you for a moment. To know what?
The nature of what you offered those brothers. The nature of what we are and how it is connected. We believe it is a large knot of conspiracy
She leans back, folds her arms over her chest, and considers this. Let's see. Wither, why don't you go ahead and roll to die here?
Sure.
So I can get a read on where you're positioning yourself here.
Ooh,
Oh.
purply.
Purple. Okay. Interesting.
Dang, what that purple do?
Dang, girl, what'd that purple do? Yeah, what do that purple
Be the halfway
do in
between
this
blue
case?
and red. Duh.
Oh.
Agdaki is a knot of nervous energy right now. She's very good at directing and channeling it and turning it into strength and speed. But she is very, very concerned for Glint and for herself in this moment.
Mhm.
You can feel that anxiety pulsing in her body. She takes several deep breaths and gets very, very close to you. And she is, Wither's pretty small, right? Did we decide on a rough, like, 5 foot? Like, that small, or not quite
No,
that
Wither
small?
is actually, I imagine, like, at least 5'8", but because of their, like, frame.
Oh, that's
and
right, because
their
you're always
mannerisms.
slouching all the time
Yeah.
and shit, yeah. Well, in slouch mode, Agdaki is at least a solid foot taller than you. She is statuesque in build, and so she kind of towers over you in this moment, and you become physically aware of her tail kind of writhing under her cloak for a moment and very slowly uncoiling and just sort of hanging out in the vicinity of your legs and behind you. You've come seeking answers from me. And what will you do if I refuse to provide them?
We will think on why you have refused. We will use all of our judgment to come to a conclusion. And mayhap we will just learn from someone else. But we have been refused many times lately.
Getting kind of fucking sick of it, actually.
Lot of people going to hell around me.
It is not the preferred outcome. We wish for things to go smoothly, easily.
Twice more. She seems to be studying you physically in this moment.
Can I take this little nerd? Can I beat the shit out of this little
fucker.
dweeb?
This little scrap
be-
of paper.
Would it be sacrilegious? Would it be?
This is not going to determine success here, Oz, but I want to give you an opportunity. I've been meditating on ways to better involve stats and rolling in RP without it just being like, well, you roll the die, and if you don't win, then it doesn't matter what you said. Fuck you. So this is not to determine success, but I want to give you a little opportunity here. You can make a roll-off here. If you're able to beat her with a roll to do here, I will let you lock out one of her colors, and she cannot respond to your proposition with that color.
Okay, sure, why not? I think I would like to, if possible, block out this red, which seems to be her aggressive or like protective, immediate sort of primal instinct, to kind of show her that, like, hey man, I'm not a threat to you right now, and ideally I won't be a threat to you after. So chill the fuck out.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll to do, and this will be a clash.
Oh no, I'm gonna get hit.
What? What? What the fuck?
Thank you, Servitor.
They're too pathetic. I can't hit them.
You wouldn't hit a little guy.
What is this power? What is this aura of little guy? Street Fighter death noise. All right. Then I'm going to roll to die for her again to decide which of these attributes she is going to use. She can't use red. She slowly, you feel the tail start to recede back under her cloak. And she backs off a little distance and leans against a wall a short ways from you instead of being directly up in your face like this. Well, you've got spirit. Or I guess I should say soul.
We merely have a want. We want for nothing else but to understand and to be made aware.
Help me make sure that Glint lives through this day. And you'll get your answers.
We will do what we can.
Then I hope it's enough. And you should too, if you want that. Alright, we've wasted enough time. She grabs you again and just takes off at full speed. Now she is just flat out running. You can see small divots being left in the stone as she bounds across it one after another, hauling you toward the Foundation at a speed that would give Peregrine a run for his money.
Ooh.
Let's see. Here in the Foundatio. Just gonna jigger up a couple icons real quick.
Ooh.
That. Gonna get jiggy with it for a second here. Like you
You
do.
better not.
Oh, don't you even. Don't you.
God. Swear to God, if you're getting jiggy with it in there, I'm just gonna lose it.
I'm gonna fucking... I am gonna go ape shit. Alright, let's see. We're gonna put you... let's put you... here. And let's put you... here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that'll be... Yeah, that's a good idea. You can go there. And put you up. There we go. Oh, that only affected that one. Yeah, put you up also. Come on, man.
I beg of
Come
you.
on, child safety lid. You know it's me.
Come on, please.
It's so hard for me because my hands are so small.
Aww. Alright, let's see. Here, we're gonna put these two here. Yeah. Alright, so, Thessia.
Yeah.
Shaw.
Yeah.
Putting that there. Unmistakably, you can pretty much hear and feel the procession arrive in the district. Do you want to... Orcris appears to have fucked off somewhere. Do you...
I probably
forget.
would have let her know. Like,
Oh, okay.
obviously, I don't want to be seen. You don't want to be seen with me,
Right.
based off of what our plan is.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think I'm just gonna go home and chill.
You're fair.
I'm gonna go home and do drugs.
Go home and do drugs about it.
Woo!
Okay.
I will be meditating.
So you know that Orcris has left the scene for now.
Yeah.
And you can tell that the procession has arrived in the district. Do you want to stay hunkered down at the ruined estate, or do you want to go out and kind of see what's going on as they arrive?
Oh Jesus God, no.
I think I will leave a Glymark somewhere kind of hidden and very small in the kind of opening area where I will hear this, conversation. And I want to be distant because if I'm present and pick a side, there's no correct answer, quite frankly.
That is correct.
Okay.
I did my part. I gave them the information they needed. It is kind of up to them now, though I probably will try to snoop a little on Kefali.
Like, don't be seen. The last thing we need is another tribunal.
No, I'm trust me, I got enough to-do list. I don't plan on adding more. Which is why I've got multiple Gly runes boot to kind of like snoop on what's happening.
I got them a boot to snoop on what's
To snoop in the
hoop-a-noop.
boot.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just staying out of sight then?
Yeah, I think that's going to be the best course of action. I don't know if that's going to piss people off being like, well, what help would she? She just gave us a warning and then bailed. But it's like, what else am I to do here, quite frankly?
Okay. And are you, just so I know roughly where to place you physically in my mind's eye, are you gonna kind of, again, stay closer to the quote-unquote the hideout, or just elsewhere? Like, do you care about being able to keep an eye on anything in particular, or are you kind of just gonna, like, get out of Dodge and sit there with your spy ham radio?
I'm probably just going to sit there with my spy ham radio.
Okay.
Because if I'm anywhere near here and someone gets a whiff of me, it's going to be bad.
Okay. Then let's see. Don't think there's anything for you to roll yet. Actually, I take it back. You actively wanted to place your rune so that you could potentially hear Kefali speaking to people, possibly Glint. So let's resolve that. Ahem, to quote from your new-ish gift, your grandfather's rune.
Yeah.
By concentrating while in physical contact with an inscription of this rune, you may cast your sense of hearing to any other location or item inscribed with the rune. Invoking this power costs 2 health. Go ahead and deduct that.
Yeah.
And usually requires a roll to determine your general success. How far from the inscription can you hear? How clearly can you hear? How long can you keep it up? Do you eavesdrop at the right moment to hear something interesting, etc.? The more specific information you're hoping to gain, the more difficult the roll. So I guess that's what I'll ask. How specific of a thing are you hoping to learn from this?
I guess I get the thing we're probably wanting to learn the most is what's Glint's plan, right? Because he's like, I got my affairs in order. Is like, is he getting the next leader lined up? Is he just going to walk out and, take the hit? Kind of, I guess the main thing I'm trying to learn is, what's he doing next?
Mm-hmm. What is his next move? Okay. Then, and it does depend on him being in Kefali's presence. Let me go with this for a DC then, I think. Let's see. Now, yeah, this does specify, because of the variant of this you got, because you finished studying this with the yellow. You do need to use Heart of Stone for this. So, if you're locked... Oh, you're locked into yellow already, so you're fine. You can use that. You can drop swing if you would prefer to roll, but you've got a yellow 4 right now. So I imagine you just want to use that.
Yeah, I could, try to gamble to get higher, but I think I'll just roll with that.
In that case, just go ahead and make a roll to do.
Hiya. Oh, another pretty good roll. Oh my fucking god damn it. Okay.
Hold on. What are we trying to do here?
I'm just trying to hear what...
Listen in to hear what Glint's actually planning.
Yeah, what is his planned response to this scenario unfolding?
That's worth the truth.
Sure.
I think...
If you want to burn that.
Oh, I don't remember if I've been 100% decided or consistent on this. I was about to say, can you truth a roll if in character you don't really know it's happening? But I
think we've been able to do that before, just because the truth is particularly
meta. And also, I think I'm gonna give it to you this time regardless, at least, because otherwise you've kind of taken yourself out of being able to play, and so I'm not gonna be like, no, the one thing you can do that could maybe do something, I'm not gonna let you use. Fuck you, die.
That's okay.
So yeah, you can truth that. So yeah, you can make that a success.
Hooray.
Yeah, so Thessia, as you crouch in a shaded corner, well out of sight of the random, any random passersby, as well as certainly well out of sight of the procession as it begins to spill into the Foundation. You sit there and you inscribe the rune of Glai, and you concentrate, and you feel your body's own sense of hearing deaden, as if you didn't have ears for the moment. And you cast out that little bead of light, looking for a beacon, and you find it, and you latch on to Kefali. She's moving through the Foundation herself somewhere, you think, because you hear footsteps. And she is speaking to Glint. We're not without options. There's other places in the Foundation. There's other places in the city. There's that noblewoman and her underground tower. It's not as if there's no one willing to... I understand. I understand all of that. I don't see another way. I don't see how I could do anything else. It's my crime to answer for. It's my choice to do what I did that day. And my carelessness that led that bastard to track me down. No, it's got to be this way. It's the best chance we have. It's the best chance we have for no one else to be made a victim. Which is what they'd be, my victim. They'd be paying for my mistakes. Some of us would be willing to pay. I know. That's why I have to do it this way. They'll want me under the Rune of Innocence.
They'll want that more than anything. I can't let that happen, but I can't hide either. So... Get a message to Agdaki for me, will you?
There's a slight ringing, Thessia, and your concentration falters for a moment, and you snap your eyes open. You're hearing around your body again.
Alrighty. Not much to be done about that. Trying to think if there's anything we'd want to do with him. Because, like, obviously, we could always suggest to have someone else take his place, right? I don't know how down people would want to be for that. And on top of that, with the Rune of Innocence, it's not easy to just do like, no, we don't know. That's what Glenn always looked like. Sees his face, but was crushed by a boulder.
Well,
he always looked like that.
Etria probably knows what he looks like anyway, because he worked for her at some point. But he was like a nobody, but she probably would have at least like gotten a description of him.
Right.
Well, strictly speaking, he didn't say he worked for Etria per se, just that he worked for nobles.
That type. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that type of person in his past.
Herm.
Thessia, you snap back to reality. Up there goes gravity. I can't help myself. Sorry, that's just always going to be a thing that I say.
Yeah, I still think it would be best to let whatever's going to happen to Glint happen, barring what Wither has decided in terms of working with Ogdaki. And so, you know, whatever Wither wants to do, Wither's going to do. But as far as going any further to help him on your end, Thessia, I don't know if I would do that. But
no. The only thing my brain is like, I mean, there is always getting breath, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, having him go out that way and seeing if I can get a little bit of knowledge from that. But I don't think that's super feasible. I was like looking around. Oh, it's a nice map. Oh, wow.
Thessia, oh yeah, go ahead and put the camera back on yourself if you were looking around.
Yeah.
Thessia, you snap back to reality. Up there goes gravity, and
this Fire Emblem ass map.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, it is.
And your hearing returns, and there's no one around. You picked what you were sure was quite an out of the way and safe place to render yourself deaf momentarily without needing to worry about anyone finding you here, or at least anyone finding you and attempting to exploit the situation.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, as you come to, you hear a very faint, like, tick, tick, tick of stone against stone. Very, very light stone, gentle, but rhythmic, and it's coming from above you.
I look up.
And you see a scaly hand tapping a pebble against this brick on the roof as he sits. As he sits on the canvas here.
Master Thessia.
Other. It's been a while. How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you. It seems like you have some business here.
She stands up and kind of
just chilling.
yeah, she Thessia's gonna be as honest as she can be. She kind of dusts herself off. I was attending a gala. I didn't really want to. When I heard that the procession was happening, I was concerned where they might be headed, so I came down here to try and warn the people as best I could. I didn't want this to get... It's clearly some sort of show of power, and I didn't want, well, any more blood.
He turns and looks the other way over the roof.
Well, it looks like your instinct was right. They're certainly here, and they're here in force. It looks like they're getting ready to make whatever sort of proclamation they've come here to make.
Nods.
What is it you want out of this?
She kind of crosses her arms and thinks.
Don't ask me what I can do. Just tell me what you want.
I want people to be safe. And if possible, I would prefer to not be a pariah that I've been for so long, and at least have some people look to me as a resource or at least reliable.
Mm-hmm. And this man, Glint, is he more valuable to you alive or dead to that end?
Thinks about that.
I
Hard
can
to
help you
say.
with either. if
She
you want.
like fully turns and looks at him. I mean this as politely as I can because I do appreciate the assistance. What do you get out of this?
He considers the question. Very faint smile.
I would like to see you. I would like to see you get what you want.
Kind of tilts her head at that. You realize that just raises more questions.
I suppose. Come on. Let me have a little mystery.
You're coming in real quiet, Aaron.
Okay, sorry. Sometimes I get too in it.
No, you're good.
Come on. Let me have a little mystery. That's all I'm asking for.
You have so much mystery already.
I know, isn't it great?
Have you not had your fill?
Never.
Hmm.
In all
Guys,
seriousness, though, I'm not looking to profit off of you.
that's very fortunate for me because I do not have a fortune to have. So,
Oh, I know.
all right, guys, what are we thinking? Do we want or need Glint alive?
Well, you know how I feel.
I think there are benefits to keeping Glint alive.
There
There
are
are now.
benefits for now. So if we can keep him alive for now.
She looks up. If there is a way to keep Glint alive, I think it could be beneficial. Not even for my own sake, but to at least keep some hope for the people down here. Though I am concerned if they don't have anybody to take with them or demonstrate their power, this could get pretty awful.
Well, before long, that should be you, right?
Thank you, Other.
Kind
I
of.
can't think of someone better suited to protect them. You've plainly got the desire, and you've got the power. And you've got the right enemies at the moment.
That is true. But all the same, with Glint alive, It could be a very useful endorsement.
Certainly could. Alive will be trickier than dead, especially if your goal is to avoid bringing any harm down on the people here. I don't think... He looks over the roof again. I don't think they're here with subtlety in mind.
That's what I was afraid of.
The more we hide Glint, the more likely people are going to be hurt.
Yeah, I think... Here, I'm gonna roll. Ah, that makes sense.
Nice.
She crosses her arms. The people are more important. Remove Glint. And do keep yourself safe.
I'm very good at that. As for removing him, well, that option I think will scarcely need me to lift a finger. I'll just keep an eye on things in case there's an unexpected turn.
I suppose she flips up a coin to him, one of her little stone medallions. Should you ever need to get in contact with me, you need only whisper.
Very well.
He pauses for a moment and seems to consider it in his hands, thinks on it, and then gives you a little nod. Tucks it away in his cloak.
See you soon.
Looking forward to it. I think with that,
Slips down the side of the roof and makes his way away.
probably the best course of action is Thessia returning to the tower. Just not being in this space immediately.
Yep, that's reasonable.
Because, like, I
Alright.
guess if I really wanted to, when everything is settled, Thessia could be like, I'm here, people. But, like, then that looks like I wanted this to happen and taking advantage. Instead, I will come back at a later date and be like, hey, how'd this all
Sorry,
shake out?
This happened.
Yeah.
All right, well, in that case, then here's where we're going. I tell you what. Let's see.
The next map is like a NASCAR race. It's like, whoa. We must hurry. Please take the next left. Turns left on the NASCAR track.
No, wrong one! Hard left, not soft left.
Gosh, it feels like we're going in circles. Can't we go any faster?
Whither Agdaki kind of skids to a halt after bounding across several rooftops with you and begins to lie flat and crawl instead. Brings you along to the edge here, as you can see, assembled now in the foundation around here. The lines have fanned out to instead form a perimeter at the center of which stands Etria, and beside her apparently a servant carrying under his arm a singular tablet, which he is preparing to scribe on. Meanwhile, a little to the side of her, you can just barely see over this wall. This woman is stood up on this statue, all the way up on the highest tier of its base, that is, so kind of standing right next to the sculpted figure as a means of gaining height. And you can see from the concentration of light over here stands Kreatar, now finally with his cane fetched out and leaning rather heavily on it, standing and watching things unfold. And all around them, a radius of citizenry watching with concern bordering on fear, but not with surprise, thanks to your work forewarning people. There are not people out in the street. There's not anyone to be in the way or underfoot. Things have proceeded peacefully up to this point.
Yippee.
And this woman raises a tablet, clears her throat, and begins to read. Scani of the Foundation. Magistrate Etria hereby proclaims her judgment of the guilt of one Glint, a resident of these parts, in having attacked the tribunal hall, murdered several guards, threatened the safety of the scriveners therein, including the magistrate's personal scrivener. These heinous acts were carried out using the Rune of Incandescence, one of Gaia's sacred tools entrusted to her children. Furthermore, the magistrate proclaims her judgment that these crimes have been abetted by other residents of this area, that they have harbored Glint, that they have broken bread with him. Nevertheless, justice must be guided by reason and mercy. For the magistrate knows only too well how easily evil can guise itself as our neighbor. The magistrate does not seek to punish those who were ignorant of this man's crimes. Should the residents of this district cooperate and convince her of their innocence, none will be made out to share his fate. However, those who were his knowing collaborators must face justice, as must any who now choose to impede that justice, even knowing of his crimes. The magistrate bids you to spread the word to your kind. If Glint and his collaborators have any godliness left in them, they will present themselves for judgment peaceably. If not, when the lesser ring passes its zenith and the light of day begins to dim, the soldiers here will rip stone apart from stone until they are found. So judges the magistrate. She lowers the tablet and slowly, carefully makes her way down from the statue. And a ripple runs out throughout the district. Not the shock and the terror and the confusion that likely would have been the result had they not known this was coming. Instead, merely the confirmation of what they already feared.
What is to be done about this?
I don't know. What will he do? What can he do? These people are everything to him.
How deeply do you respect his honor and judgment?
I would trust him with my life. I have trusted him with my life. He trusted me with his.
Would you trust his decisions about his own?
Well, that sounds like a roll to die kind of question to me.
Whoa.
She
2.
twos across the board.
I'm thinking 2.
Can I get one of them fucking twos?
Oh, is her red not locked out still?
Number 2.
She has rolled to die once without it.
Gotcha.
Well, that doesn't give me any the dice do not
Do it
give
again,
me
do it
any
again.
guidance here. I guess, yeah, we can do not polarizing enough the rule.
I'm so fucking mad.
Okay. Well, that rules out one thing. What do you mean chosen swing none? Why did it do that twice? What? Okay, well, it
What
ended
the
correct,
hell?
so I guess that's fine. I'm gonna delete that message because it pisses me off. Get out of here. All right.
Kicks Wither off the roof.
I shouldn't take this choice away from him. She says that. You can tell not all of her feels that way. And before long, there's a few shouts, cries of recognition, and a few people begin to stir. And someone does indeed come walking forward. Let's see. Where's your thingamy? Here we are. Come around the corner of this building. So, you're my...
Just kills a guy in front of all of them.
Laser eyes.
Fucking molten lead blast. See, look, it's not incandescence. Look.
You were wrong. You were silly and stupid.
It's the rune of laser eyes. Idiot.
Idiot.
Dumbass.
Dumbass. He walks like a man walking to the gallows and presents himself here. Wither, go ahead and make a roll to die real quick.
Whoa.
Oh, good color.
Coolio.
Coolio.
15. We keep
Not
in perps.
amazing.
We keep into perps. Okay. Yeah, Wither, you also notice, you're gonna need to be plus 20 feet if you want to be on top of a roof. There you go. You also notice kind of hanging back aside the top level of this building, mostly out of sight, is Kefali. It doesn't look like she is immediately getting ready to, like, try and snipe anyone, but she is here and watching. I understand you're looking for me. This guard quickly comes up behind and grabs his arms roughly. He does not appear to resist. And they kind of wrestle the cloak off to one side, grab both arms out from behind him. The silver glints in the... almost said in the sun. I got myself. Silver glints not just in the light of the rings, but in the light of the overwhelming aurora.
Of the Creator.
Yeah. If I had time to make it look good, I would drop in a light source that was just doing a fucking crazy rave rainbow thing.
Guys, can't we just party?
I walk him forward. And kind of thrust him down onto the ground. still holding both of his hands behind him, and one of them presses on the back of his head to force his head down. Give us your name, old man. I am called Glint, formerly of the College of Incandescence. Have you heard what you are accused of, Glint? Yes, your crier there did yeoman's work. Very loud, very good enunciation. His head gets shoved down further. Don't make light of me, old man. I'm in a remarkably foul mood. I'm hoping you can change that. Well, you've already passed judgment, so I'm not much sure what more you want out of me. A confession? Oh, I'll have that and more in time. This doesn't end today, my friend. There are so many questions I wish to ask you. Well, you might want that. But that's not what you care about most, is it? You care about showing how easily you can keep us in the dirt. Even a rune touched. Even a rune touched. Born here, lives here, dies here. You think so? Well, if you're looking for an opportunity to martyr yourself, oh, I don't need to look very hard. She kind of narrows her eyes. Krayotar comes around here a little and sort of hovers in the general area between him and Etria. Oh, Krayotar of Peliakaios. Not too much pride to show up here, I take it.
Pride has its prices. We cannot always pay them. Well, if you want the show, I don't mind.
Yes, I admit it. I attacked the tribunal hall. I killed your guards. I regret it. But what's done is done. And I don't regret doing it nearly as much as I regret failing. He gets a kind of kick in the back for that from this guard. Agdaki continues to watch this. You can tell Wither, the impulses within her are balanced on a knife's edge. She knows what's about to happen. Either they're going to kill him or he's about to kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
And that if she doesn't do anything, that is guaranteed to be the outcome. And she knows also that that is the outcome he is seeking out of this. To take all of the blame onto himself, to minimize any reason that Etria might have to further take out her displeasure on any of the other people here, including those who very really did actively aid and abet him.
Mm-hmm.
And that the price for that is going to be his life. And that's a price she doesn't want to see him pay, but she doesn't want to stop him either. And probably her truest and innermost desire, right here and right now, is to save his life. The consequences be damned. She is restraining herself by her more sensible, pragmatic nature, by fear of her own weakness that she might make things worse if she tries. She might not even succeed. And you can tell in this moment, if you would have to mechanically speaking, you would have to drop the blue you've taken here in order to use your black, but you have in this moment the opportunity, if you want, to influence her by basically weakening one side of one of those warring impulses and letting the other win out, if you so choose.
Okay, I'll do that. I need her to let him do what he wants. So I will drop that blue. How do I do that?
So we can just go ahead and let's see. You're currently in
Delete.
purple, so go ahead and you got rid of the
And then
attribute.
restore.
Restore your black. And then go ahead and roll to die.
Big money, no whammy.
Big money, little whammy.
I will stay in purple.
Little whammy. Oh no.
Do I have to go black to use that?
No, I don't think you need to lock in black here, but you do need access to that part of yourself. Because if you're
Okay,
holding on to someone else's attribute, you don't have the ability to fuck with other people's stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're
yeah,
not locking in black, I'm not gonna tell you the attribute either, but yeah, you can influence her, nudge her in the direction that you want there. In which case, yeah, I'll give you a little in-character narration for this, since that was mostly just out-of-universe explanation. You can see the blue and the red colors warring inside of her. Her hands and her feet. Strength and regret and vulnerability and weakness. And her struggle to overcome her own limitations. And how important this man has been to that. And as her red impels her, spring into action, kick forward, use strength, break through the obstacles, and take him far away from here. And you reach out and you siphon off just the critical sliver of that and watch it engulfed instead by a tide of blue. Uncertainty as to the outcome. Knowledge that it's not what he wants. Would he forgive her? Could she live with what happened to the people here as a result of such a rash decision? She couldn't, she decides. And so instead, she'll have to live without him. You take away the false impulse and leave the true. The self. The core of who she is. And she quietly lets herself flatten out on the roof again beside you, and silently sheds tears for what she knows is about to come. As over here, Glint proclaims once again for the whole district to hear, I have sinned. I have struck at God. And so now, I return to God the gift that I've misused. He rests his flesh and blood arm away from the guard holding it, places a palm to his chest, and instantly his shirt ignites and a ripple, veins of lava go running across his skin. The guards here step back in surprise. Kreatar leaps forward and begins, whips out a clawed hand and begins to inscribe a rune on him as well. But it's a step too late, as all of Glint's skin begins to glow cherry red with heat, and then orange, and then blue, as his head snaps back, entirely silent, either because his lungs have already become useless, or he's in too much pain to scream, or because he's satisfied with this outcome, because it's given the best possible chance for the people that he cares about to be spared. And his entire body begins to collapse away into slag. All save that silver hand, glinting. So, no pun intended.
Yeah.
I really killed the gravitas there. Glinting in Kreatar's rainbow light, but glinting most of all with heat, yet keeping its form, even as his body begins to lose its. And the soldiers watch stoically. Etria watches, her expression unreadable as usual. And what is left will soon be difficult to distinguish from the clay and the dust that will begin to render it as just another part of history. And that's where we'll end for tonight.
Oh,
Whoa.
very nice.
Whoa.
Oh, I love that all three of us were like, we gotta let him go.
Get roasted, nerd. throw rocks at me. Fuck you.
Grandpa's big barbecue.
What a neato session. Thank you, Aaron.
Good sesh.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Should we go ahead and
Yeah.
cut the recording there?
We shall. Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Toodles.
Well, there you go. Thank you very much, past Aram and friends. Oh, and that's where we're gonna be leaving the story for a little bit as we play further ahead. There's still more developments. Very eager to share with everyone. But before we look ahead to that, there's still stuff from tonight. We got a lovely piece of fan art from Purdy Poofs, as is so often the case, that I am tickled by and can't wait to show off here. Live reenactment of the scene. Real bros know when your friend asks you to hide a body, you hide the body. You hide the body first, you ask questions later, if ever. I I love Orcris in a trench coat. In particular, I love his third eye also looking away, like, pay no attention, don't be suspicious. Oh, very good times, very good times. And with that, that's going to be the last episode we broadcast for a little bit. As I said, if you haven't caught up on everything, that means now is a great time. If you are looking for all the previous episodes, you can find those on the Stabbiness YouTube that is linked on the page here. You can also find them all on my Patreon, along with all the bonus content for the game, which is going to continue coming out while the new episodes are on a break. And as I mentioned at the beginning, some of the first stuff we're going to lead out with is I'm going to share the players' kits as of this point in the story. We're a good number of sessions in. People have gotten a lot of new gifts and upgrades. That'll be a nice little behind-the-scenes treat for the mechanics buffs among the audience. If you would like to discuss the game or submit art on any future episode, the Stabbiness Discord is also linked here, and I'll link it here as well. This is the official server, and there's discussion channels for all of the Stabbiness games on there, including this one. There's a bunch of other ones on this channel. Consider checking them out. You can check out all the backlogs on YouTube now, I suppose, that Twitch has obliterated highlights. Yeah. I think that's about all I have to say. The next arc is gonna pretty much just keep on rolling. There's some fun stuff coming up. I just don't know when to end it. I don't know when the cutoff is gonna be. But as soon as I do, I will start prepping to bring the episodes back again, which I'm really looking forward to. I hope you'll come back to continue with the series when it resumes. For now, that is, for the moment, the end of the beginning of the end. But really, in the grand scheme of things, it's just the beginning. I had to get in one last one for the road. I've been trying to cut back on my extremely low-effort beginning of end puns, but, you know, it wouldn't be the show if we didn't do any. So there you go. Thank you very much, everyone who came out to watch, and I hope to see you back. Or to see you on the Discord sometime. So for now, bid you all a good evening. Find out what happens next time when we return with the beginning of the end. Good night, everyone.